Good evening. This is Corey with the Painted Peacock, and I am doing a paint night demo that made me laugh right out loud. This is not like something I've ever done before, but it was a request and I aim to please. We're going to do a winter scene, but kind of a sunset. And so starting with white, vermilion, and red that turned out too bright. By adding a little white on top of it, it muted it quite nicely. Being the impatient painter that I am, I decided let's do snow now. So my snow is straight up pink, which is not bad. It was kind of nice and kind of matched with the entire theme, but I'm going to add blue so it looks more like snow. Trusty blow dryer to get things drying more quickly. Did I mention I'm an impatient painter? It's true. Just doing a couple of snowy hills here. And again, drying them off. The nice thing about thin layers and drying them is I'm able to coat that with the white much easier. I put on way too much blue, panicked, and decided to just keep flirting with it until it got to something that I liked better. I often use a towel when I'm painting, and if I make a mistake, it is actually very easy for me to use the towel to buff out too much color that I put on there. By mixing in some dark blue with the white, I'm able to get variations of blue streaks within my paint. Dry, you little sucker. And so we are going to add a little pole here. This is the North Pole. It is easier to start out too small and make it bigger, which is exactly what happened here. Whoop, little mistake there. Just wipe it off with the towel. Not a big deal. I plan on putting a sign on the top of this pole, and so that little bit of a flub to the side, I'm not going to worry about too much. See, I'm going to cover it with a sign. Now, here is the kicker. I was asked to do a pole dancing snowman. Not any pole, the North Pole. And so here we are. And one of their requests was that the snowman have a booty. I confess, it is the first time I've ever painted the snowman booty, but here we are. And so using a technique called floating, I put white on my brush and put just a little bit of blue on the edge. So essentially I am drawing with that blue edge, but it allows it to float or fade into the rest of the color. Some stripes on my pole here and a little top. By bouncing back and forth between one area of the painting to another, it allows it to dry and I can keep cruising. Nothing like a few hills on a snowman and a little martini. Would not be complete without our top hat. And let's put a few gifts in the snow. I knew I was going to put the corners of the packages in the snow, so I'm not worrying about anything other than rectangles and squares right now. Perfect. And some little bows and decorations on my presents. Going in later and doing a little bit of decoration on the packaging. The smart girl would have done those little lines before painting on the black ribbons. But alas, I am not that girl. Just putting a little snow on the bottom. And here we are, all ready for my party. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great evening.